Is this monster the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime's protagonist's ace monster? Well, that is very possible, and we're gonna talk about that just in a second, but first, I caught you looking at my shirt. Well, it's from sleevechief.de and the summer sale is still going on. If you haven't heard, you can get 15% off all the new products and also the restocks using Galzo15 at checkout, and of course support the channel. So head over to sleevechief.de, the link is in the description below. Pick up some nice playmats and sleeves for the holidays, for your parents, for the grandma. And if you want to get some branded sleeves, branded over sleeves, and a new playmat completely free, head over to my Twitter right now, link is in the description below, because me and Sleeve Chief are giving away 3 sets of sleeves and of course a beautiful playmat. Head over there, follow the instructions to participate, and hey, you can get some sleeves for free. So, the Illusion monster type, what do we know about that type? Well, we know it was recently introduced in the Duelist Nexus set, revealing a bunch of monsters that cannot destroy cards by battle and cannot be destroyed by battle. But where does this archetype originate from, and why do we think it's actually related to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime? So, back in the manga days, Maximilian Pegasus actually had some monsters that were Illusion monster type, or Illusionists as it was called back in the day. You know, Illusionist Faceless Mage? It was an illusionist. It was also a popular monster type back in the video game days, but now it's being reintroduced into the actual card game through Duelist Nexus. And this is actually the first monster type to be introduced into the game since 2017. And you know what else happened in 2017? Link Vrains actually premiered in Japan. Link Vrains was actually the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG anime, not including Rush Duel, which is not exactly TCG, and in Link Vrains, of course, the links were introduced into the game, and alongside those, sets like Code of the Duelist, the Link Structure Deck, and of course, the Cyberse monster type. So, last time we got a new monster type, we actually got a new anime to go with that as well. So why do we think there's a reason to believe there's a new anime coming out? Well, the World Championship, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship that is happening later this week in Japan, and Konami has put up an interesting timer on their website that is counting down and will end on the second day of the World Championship. And with that timer, there is an announcement. There will be some news regarding the 25th anniversary project and the future plans for 2024. We already talked about the Cyberse monster type that was introduced alongside Link Vrains and a bunch of other sets, and now with Duelist Nexus we get a new monster type called Illusion, and there's a specific monster that kind of sparked my interest, and of course TCG Dave, shout out to him on Twitter for sort of like picking up on this, that Nightmare Magician, this sort of like Illusion ace monster from the set, is really interesting. And this is the card I want to talk about in today's video. It's called Nightmare Magician. Nightmare Magician is actually a level 7 dark monster of the Illusion type. It has 2500 attack and 2000 defense, and if that sounds familiar, we'll talk about that in a second. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if another monster attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. This of course has 2 sides to the effect, and of course Billy Brake actually mentioned this when they originally revealed the Illusion archetype back in one of Konami's videos, that first of all, Illusion monsters share this trait, at least in Duelist Nexus up until now, that neither monster can be destroyed by battle if an Illusion monster battles, because the Illusion monster is sort of not really there, but also kind of is there. It's sort of like a ghost, an illusion, so neither can be destroyed by battle. But also, Nightmare Magician, as you can see in the art, has some interesting powers, and again, this is what Billy Brake mentioned. And you know, this guy designs the cards. That Nightmare Magician, of course, after it battles a monster, it takes it to your side of the field, essentially hypnotizing it and putting a spell on it to bring it to your side of the field. They put a lot of emphasis on that in Konami's video, and maybe for a reason, but there's an interesting thing. Of course, the art style is pretty incredible. The art is really cool. You know, we have that magician character, of course, a lot of eyes of Anubis all over its clothes, and of course the background. And the stat line is pretty interesting, and I think this is what sparked the interest. First of all, that this could be the protagonist's new ace monster. This monster has 2500 attack and 2000 defense. Sounds familiar? The original Dark Magician, Elemental Hero Neo, Stardust Dragon, Utopia, Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and of course the attack stats of Firewall Dragon as well are all 2500 attack and 2000 defense if that monster actually has defense. In addition to that, Konami just released the new regional season playmat for, topping contenders in regional event and world championship qualifiers. And of course, the cover card is none other than Nightmare Magician. This of course could be a coincidence, but also could be a cool marketing strategy to get players hyped about the illusion archetype before it actually comes out in the anime. So again, the dots sort of connect to each other. A new type is introduced into the game, the illusions. There's a new ace monster that doesn't really do anything but is still a secret rare in the set. The last time we got a new type was Cyberse, and immediately after that we got Link Vrains, the new anime, and the last actual TCG anime, and also of course the stat line that matches every other ace monster in any anime, the new playmat, and just the overall hype about this new type. I am extremely hopeful that this is what's gonna happen. We have unexplored stories in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the past 2 years. Of course, we have things like Sky Strikers that got a manga treatment but didn't actually get an anime exploration, and of course, I think we all know that the Albaz storyline needs some sort of anime representation. Maybe that's not the one, but also you can explore other strategies like Tri-Brigade, Sprite, and of course Dogmatica that are part of the Albaz lore and were the most notable archetypes and decks in the last few years. So what do you think? Are the dots connected? Could this be the new anime's protagonist's boss monster? Leave a comment below. What do you think could be the next anime, or do you think Nightmare Magician is actually the one? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the sleevechief.de summer sale is still live until August 6th. You can use Galzo15 to get 15% off, and of course, look at that Ash Blossom. Look at her. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.